It's 8:30 in the evening. If this had been just over a month ago, it would still be twilight right now. I'm always taken aback by the quick arrival of fall. This week, of course, was the first official day of autumn. More specifically, it was the autumnal equinox, one of 2 days in the year when the sun exactly crosses the plane of the equator and day and night are of equal length. It's an utterly scientific phenomena that nonetheless has given itself over to much prose and poetry. The Missoulian newspaper in Montana reported in the autumn of 1928 under a headline, "Autumn has arrived." "We regret to report that the sun has crossed the equator going south. We did all we could about it, but uselessly." Someone today posted a Facebook meme that said, "Hello darkness, my old friend. Soon you'll start at 5 p.m. Sadder words were never uttered. And then Mary Oliver, the beloved American poet of so many, wrote her Song for Autumn, in which she penned, "In the deep fall, don't you imagine the leaves? Think how comfortable it will be to touch the earth instead of the nothingness of air and the endless freshets of wind. And don't you think the trees themselves, especially those with mossy, warm caves, begin to think of the birds that will come, 6 a dozen, to sleep inside their bodies? And don't you hear the goldenrod whispering goodbye, the everlasting being crowned with the first tuffets of snow? The pond vanishes, and the white field over which the fox runs so quickly brings out its blue shadows. And the wind pumps its bellows, and at evening especially, the piled firewood shifts a little, longing to be on its way." Song for Autumn by Mary Oliver. The deep autumn which Oliver describes is a ways off, fortunately. There are too many warm days masquerading as summer yet ahead to anticipate those first tuffets of snow. But a change of season is a good thing to note. A chance to take note of the sky the next time you're out of doors, to relish the green grass before it's carpeted by leaves that have yet to fall. And if you like symmetry, then there's something reassuring about the equinox, as if the earth is perfectly balanced on a beam of sunlight, dividing day and night. Perhaps this was the kind of day on which Ecclesiastes, the great preacher of the Bible, uttered those timeless words, "For everything there is a season, and a time for every matter under heaven." What does this season hold for you? We'll see you next time.